Imagine being sentenced to life in prison for a crime you didn't commit, all because of your best friend's betrayal. This is the shocking true story of a man who spent 20 years behind bars, caught in the crossfire of the notorious Lucchese crime family. Break time equals 600 ms / but what really happened on that fateful day in break time equals 200 ms / 1986. The Lucchese crime family, one of the 5 families that dominated organized crime in New York City and New Jersey, has a rich and complex history dating back to the early 1920s. Founded by Gaetano Reina, the family would go on to be led by some of the most notorious figures in Mafia history, including Tommy Gagliano and Tommy Lucchese. Break time equals 600 ms / but as the years went by, the family's power and influence would be marred by violence, betrayal, and deception. And for one man, this would mean a 20-year nightmare behind bars. In the late 1980s, Victor Amuzzo and Anthony Casso rose to power within the Lucchese crime family, instituting a bloody reign of terror that would leave a trail of bodies in its wake. Amuzzo, named as the successor to Anthony Corallo, and Casso, promoted to underboss, would stop at nothing to maintain their grip on power. Break time equals 600 ms / but as their reign of terror continued, the authorities were closing in. And for one man, caught in the crossfire, his life was about to take a dramatic turn. Break time equals 600 ms / what happened next would change everything. According to reports, in break time equals 200 ms / 1991, Victor Amuzzo was arrested and sentenced to life in prison, marking the beginning of the end for the Lucchese crime family's reign of terror. Break time equals 600 ms / but as the authorities delved deeper into the family's activities, they discovered a web of deceit and betrayal that went all the way to the top. And for one man, accused of a crime he didn't commit, his worst nightmare was just beginning. The question on everyone's mind was, who was behind the betrayal? As the dust settled, the true extent of the betrayal became clear. Anthony Casso, once a trusted member of the Lucchese crime family, had pleaded guilty to 70 crimes, including racketeering, extortion, and 15 murders. Break time equals 600 ms / but what about the man who spent 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit? Break time equals 500 ms / the truth was shocking, and it would take years for the full story to come to light. Break time equals 600 ms / but one thing was certain, the Lucchese crime family's legacy would be forever tarnished by the actions of its leaders. Today, the Lucchese crime family is a shadow of its former self, its power and influence greatly diminished. Break time equals 600 ms / but the legacy of its leaders continues to fascinate and horrify us. The story of the man who spent 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit serves as a reminder of the devastating consequences of betrayal and deception. And as we reflect on the history of the Lucchese crime family, we are left with one haunting question: how many more secrets are still hidden in the shadows? The story of the Lucchese crime family is a complex and disturbing one, filled with twists and turns that continue to shock and fascinate us. Break time equals 600 ms / but as we delve deeper into the world of organized crime, we are reminded that the truth is often stranger than fiction. And for one man, who spent 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, the truth is still waiting to be fully revealed. The question on everyone's mind is, will we ever know the whole story?